I'm back. You're back. Hey, we back. Welcome everyone to this episode on the Ultimate Sports TV. Guys, unfortunately, in Week 11, we saw Joe Burrow go down with an ACL tear versus the Washington football team in a loss versus them. It's really unfortunate because this is a first-round pick, #1 pick, that the Bengals expected to be their franchise QB, and there's still a wide, bright future for the Bengals and Joe Burrow, but it's a huge setback, and the Bengals should be ashamed of themselves to let their #1 pick with no offensive line get hurt and expect him to carry everything as just a rookie and no offensive line, just getting him banged up every game. Guys, I'm about to tell you why this injury is so bad and why the Bengals organization was so bad for this right after you subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV, because if you are not subscribed, you are missing out on a lot. So do yourself a favor and subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV, because this is the hot spot. You get lots and lots of hot from the Ultimate Sports TV spot. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the TUS TV squad, where you will get NFL and NBA fun content and very entertaining. Then like this video for me, share this video and YouTube channel. Then comment down below what you think about this Joe Burrow injury and what you think about all the circumstances and details and little bits of it and what you just think of it as a whole. But before I get into this topic, buy yourself some TUS TV merch. The link is in the description to the website. But we've got t-shirts, we've got pillows, covers, hoodies, mugs, so much more on that website. And I've got different color logos. There's golden, there's red and blue, there's green and blue. There's so much on that website, guys, for you to choose from. Great quality and great prices from you to choose from. Again, the link is in the description. Go get yourself some Ultimate Sports TV merch. Alright, now let's dive into this Joe Burrow injury. It's an ACL and MCL injury with more parts in his knee that are needing to be repaired. And that is just disgraceful. It shows how bad this Bengals organization is because they failed to get him offensive line help. Going into the season, we were like, hey, this is a #1 pick. You got to go get him some offensive line help because this offensive line was already atrocious the year before. And now look what happens. To be honest, the sad truth is that most of us saw this coming. We saw Joe Burrow getting injured because of the misfits of this offensive line and all of its wow. It's just disgusting. And now they get Joe Burrow hurt in a very bad situation. And you have to blame this all on the Bengals, because there's no situation where you should have your #1 overall pick in the situation where he could get hurt and did get hurt with an ACL tear that'll keep him out the rest of the season, because this offensive line is bad and you have journeymen on it who are supposed to be backups for any team in the league. You should not have that to be in a position where you have a first overall pick who's supposed to be the future of your franchise and you have no offensive line for him and you expect him to do everything for your team. No, it doesn't work that way. He's carrying so much for this team, and the fact that he's beat up because of them, because they failed to get him an offensive line, it's just disgraceful, because he is supposed to be your future, and yet you don't ensure that he can safely be your future because you're not keeping him healthy because you do not have an offensive line. It is just like, I'm not even a Bengals fan. I feel bad for the fans. I send my prayers up to Joe Burrow and hope that he has a speedy recovery and everything like that. But it's ridiculous. He should not be in this situation where he has to run for his life every play. And the Bengals might have lost their chance now. Who knows? This could turn out to be a Carson Palmer story where he got hurt because of a bad Bengals offensive line in the playoffs on the second play of with the Bengals, and it kind of ruined his career and he was never the same. Or it could be a Deshaun Watson story where he tears his ACL in practice but still comes back to be a top 5 NFL quarterback. I believe it'll be the Deshaun Watson story for Joe Burrow, and I hope it'll be that kind of story for Joe Burrow. But if it's not, and it's going to be the Carson Palmer kind of story or the Carson Wentz kind of story where you get a player hurt because they have a bad offensive line, well, not really the Carson Wentz story, but if you get this guy not being able to come back and be effective because you got him hurt because you did not give him a good offensive line, it's just bad, because again, he's supposed to be your future and now it's in jeopardy because you did not do good enough work to be able to have him in the right spot to stay healthy and be effective for your team. I'll get to how bad this organization really is later in this video, but really, they just had Joe Burrow carrying too much for this team and for a rookie. And now this guy can carry a lot for his team. He's a warrior. He's got a big chip on his shoulder, and he can carry a team. But as a rookie, he is good, and he can carry some loads. But as a rookie, you cannot be asking this guy to carry your entire coaching staff, carry your entire running game, carry this offensive line full of journeymen. It cannot happen if you want this guy to be your future. It is just disappointing for this guy because he has such a bright future, and it's a setback because it's in your rookie season. The fact that it's in your rookie season makes it even worse. It's just bad. And he was on his way to having an Offensive Rookie of the Year season, but you cannot have Joe Burrow carrying this run game and passing 60 times a game. It just cannot happen, and that is mainly because of the bad offensive line that the Bengals have surrounded him with. And this coaching staff is just horrendous. They've got to get Zach Taylor out of there because he is just not fit for the job. He is not fit to be the Cincinnati Bengals coach and be the coach of a future star in Joe Burrow. It just cannot happen. You cannot have carrying a coaching staff if you want this team to be successful, because it's not supposed to be a one-man show. Football is the ultimate team game, and they just did not fit that motto with Joe Burrow. They expected him to carry the coaching staff. They expected him to carry this whole team with the bad offensive line and just not give him a run game, even knowing that they don't have the offensive line equipped. Now, benefit of the doubt to the Bengals, though, because Joe Mixon was hurt most of the season, but they've got to figure out something. And it's really disappointing that you look into the offseason and you see the 49ers getting Trent Williams for a bag of chips, and you do nothing to help your offensive line in the offseason, and Joe Burrow is just carrying your team. It's just disgraceful because they did nothing to help him. And that's just bad, and it says a lot about the Bengals organization because it's disgraceful, and it shows what kind of organization the Bengals are, and that is atrocious. It's just bad. You cannot have your future get hurt like that. And now it may be a setback because as a rookie, you want to get development in. You don't want an injury to set you back or mess up your career. Year one is really to get you used to the league. Year two is to see if you can get that development up. And by year three, you want to see where your quarterback is at and really have that guy. Now it's going to be set back for the Bengals, and hopefully it's not a permanent setback because they did not put the pieces around him to be great. The Bengals should be ashamed of themselves, guys. Tell me what you think in the comment section below about this injury and this whole situation, guys. This is Malik Hicks, a.k.a. the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Have a great day and a good night, and I'll see you in my next one.